This Necro build from the Diablo 4 beta is crazy. And no, it's not the one everyone's doing where you turn into a red ball and explode the screen with blood. This build has no minions and uses curses to buff your damage. And we pretty much one-shot every demon in Act 1, including elites. Even Butcher doesn't stand a chance. Our AoE is crazy, we've got no cooldowns, we're super long range. I mean, if we want to be, but why would we when we literally can't die? I'm inside a polar bear and it's no big deal. With that said, this build is not perfect. Unlike my rogue build that over 200,000 of you watched, the Necromancer is slow. I struggled at the world boss with this build, but since 99% of Diablo 4 content is dungeons and events where you don't need to move, this build thrives. Alright, let's get into the skills and the gear. We're using Decompose as our basic skill, which is a channeling ability that helps us generate essence. Our core skill and our main damage dealer is Sever. It sends out a skeleton dude who slices things where you click, and then he returns to do it all over again. This guy has infinite range and damages everything both on the way out and on the way in. It's very satisfying. Not only are we putting 5 points into Sever, we're boosting it by maxing this passive that gives it another 30% damage at a cost of more essence. And since we're clearly gonna need a lot of essence, we've got Bone Prison. The more enemies you trap, the more essence you generate, and they become vulnerable. It's curse time, baby. We put 1 point in each curse and their bonuses, because we'll be spamming both of these. The reason why is because of our weapon. It increases our shadow damage by 74% when enemies are affected by both of the Necro curses, Iron Maiden and Decrepify. So we want to curse everything and pump out shadow damage, which is why I went for the passive that gives us even more damage to cursed targets. I'm gonna show you the rest of the gear really fast so you can pause if you're curious about specific pieces. Basically, we've got a lot of resource issues, so we're making up for it with our rings. Like this one that gives us 18 essence every time our basic skill Decompose has channeled for 2.5 seconds to create a corpse. Complementing that with the amulet and gloves that turns us into a powerful static turret. That's right, we're doubling down on the fact that the Necromancer has awful mobility. We're just not gonna move at all. Oh, and for the Book of the Dead choice, we're sacrificing our warriors for more shadow damage, our mages for more essence, and our golem for attack speed. Alright, so how do we play this build? We start off by getting in a position where we can see all of our enemies. We start applying both curses to everything, and we go to town with Sever. If there are survivors, and for bosses, we refill our resources by channeling our basic skill alongside Bone Prison. There you have it. What do you think about this build? I would love to read your comment below. Shout out to those of you who voted for Necro in my poll, and thank you so much for subscribing. We're over 1,000 already.